So this is essentially, I'm going to show you the default, the measurement from here to here. Going to depend on how thick you want to make that back enclosure. So for example, if I'm using hardware, I'm using a back clasp that is 1.8 millimeters in, or 1.8 centimeters in width, and I want to make it a little less. So I would put in, let's say 1.7. 1.7. So we can see that this back depth adjusts to that measurement. However, you can adjust this back width in addition to the back depth, open back end, to adjust where that back cutout is going to land. So this does take some finessing and playing with. So for example, we can do an open back depth of, let's say, 5, and then we're going to have that open back end at 41. So this is set to 5, and then our open back end is set to 41. If we want to make that open back end plunge even more, we can set that to 45. Let's set this to 10. So we're essentially adjusting where this is ending. So let's keep the open back at 45, open back end, and let's just keep pushing this number down. So 15. We see that this back enclosure is now set to 15. 20. And so this is set to 20, and our back end is still where it is. So open back depth will be the measurement from your nape to open back depth to where you want essentially the back cutout to start. And then your open back depth is where the back cutout will end. So let's adjust our measurements back to default. So